Hello there everyone, welcome back to Pikmin 1. So, today is going to be the final part of the main game. Today's going to be day 12, and we're going to take on the final trial. This is going to be a pretty short area. Just a short puzzle with a boss fight and a treasure here to do. You can get this done in half a day if you're really fast. This will probably take about 2/3 of a day, if I had to guess. So I'm just going to start out by getting 15 yellow Pikmin and 85 blues, and then we'll get this puzzle going. This is intended to be done with all 3 types. I'm only going to do it with 2, just because it will be about the same either way, honestly. It doesn't take very long. So the first thing we're going to do is separate our Pikmin into 2 squads. We're going to have the blues come over this way. So we're going to need to build these 2 bridges real fast. I'm going to throw 43 of them onto this back one, and then the other 42 onto the front one. There's 43, and then I can just swarm these guys onto this one and get them going really quickly. There we go. Now, the yellows, I only need 3 of them at first. I will use the other few later. But there's only 15 out because I'm gonna need 15 for the boss fight anyways, since we're gonna use a lot of bomb rocks against him. So throw your yellows over here. We're just gonna need 3 to break down that bomb wall. You can just throw them up here and they'll go on ahead and grab those bomb rocks for you while the blues are building the bridges. If you can go in there and get the last one, that would be great. No? You don't want to? Okay, at least get this one then, please. Thank you. Alright, so if you're playing the GameCube version, you're going to have to do it this way, or if you're playing without motion controls on the Switch version. If you're playing on the Wii version or with the motion controls turned on, you can actually throw the yellows straight from here over to this island here. But I'm not going to do that, I'll just do it this way. And then the intended way to do this is going to be to use reds and then swarm them along here and get them around to the back of the box right there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use yellows to throw them farther. Let's take these blues, dismiss them here, and then grab the yellows. Throw 3 bomb rocks, and then that's going to take that wall out and allow us to carry the treasure back. You could technically just go fight the final boss without ever breaking down this wall, but you won't have a way to get the treasure back at all. So there's not really much of a point. Anyways, the blues are done. They are no longer going to be needed, and we can just take our yellows and reds with us to the final boss. Let's put away all 85 blues and replace them with 85 reds. I should have 85 flowered reds, and if you do need any more, or any of a certain Pikmin type, there are 3 candy pop buds over there on the right side of the screen. 1 for each color if you need them, but they will not be needed here. I'm trying to remember if there's also any nectar. I don't think so, but there might be. It would probably be in one of these flowers here, but that isn't going to be needed anyways. We'll just come over here and hopefully my Pikmin aren't going to be stupid here. Yeah, I'm going to use the yellows. We're going to throw 10 of them over here. And then whistle and swarm. And then they will take care of that box for us. There we go. So make sure you let this box get pushed all the way over. Otherwise, you will have to push it when you come back. Because if it's even a little bit, the part won't go. Oh, and there's some grass right there that you can get some nectar from. I was thinking there was nectar somewhere on this stage. So yeah, there's going to be the final boss right there. He's just kind of chilling out in here. But we aren't going to activate him yet. Where's my last Pikmin? Of course, it's just sitting over there. That's whatever. I probably won't need them anyways. So we'll fight the final boss with 99. Stick your Pikmin onto this wall. We're going to need a couple bomb rocks. The bomb rocks here are going to be slightly different from how they've worked the rest of the game, in that there's more than what it looks. I guess some of them were that way, but you can get 15 bomb rocks from just this one pipe right here. So if I dismiss my yellows, all of them should get a bomb rock. There we go. So yeah, 15 bomb rocks is going to be more than enough for this boss fight, but I'm just going to have them just in case. We should be able to do this in about 8 or 9. So, this is where things are going to get a little interesting. I actually don't know how this is, but from what I've played of this version, I have not been able to get this final boss to work very well. Or at least not how he would in the Wii or the GameCube versions of the game. So, to begin this fight, we're going to grab our reds, and we're going to throw one into the middle here. It'll bring out the Emperor Bulblax. He is hungry. He wants to eat all of your Pikmin, and ideally, your yellow will throw a bomb rock into his mouth, just like that, and you can run up to him and start throwing your Pikmin onto him while he's stunned. Then, once he decides he is going to shake them off, you whistle them and he'll jump up, and he can crush them. When he pulls out his tongue, he can eat every single Pikmin in your squad if you are not careful. So, do not let that happen at any cost. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw a yellow into the middle. It should fixate onto him. It'll throw the bomb rock in. And the game's actually cooperating with me this time. It did not do that when I tested this fight before. But yeah, this is pretty much the strategy to killing this final boss here. Just be really careful to not lose your Pikmin. He can jump all around the arena and crush every single one of them in a single blow. If I can get a single one, that would be great. Did I get 3? That's not too bad. Yeah, we should be able to get it within the next cycle if all goes according to plan, which with this game, it does not always. So yeah, we're going to get behind him here, wait for him to turn around, throw your yellow close enough to where it'll actually aggro onto him. Is it going to die? Nope, we're all good. Alright, run up, throw your Pikmin, and this should hopefully be the cycle to take him out. He's staying stunned for longer than I feel like he normally does. But yeah, that is going to do it. The Emperor Bulblax is dead. At long last, I've found the final part, my secret safe, and it's as full as ever. How glad I am that I've persisted in my search without losing hope. Now I can leave this planet without any regrets. Maybe I'll even stop and pick up some souvenirs for my wife and kids back on planet Hocotate. Which he will. That is a thing that Olimar will do, in fact, as we'll see in Pikmin 2. So yes, this secret safe is going to take 40 Pikmin to lift, and they will carry that right back to base. The Emperor Bulblax will drop 5 pellets of differing colors, but there's no reason to get these anyways, unless you just want to have a higher total number of Pikmin sprouted throughout the game. But the game will end the moment that this final treasure reaches the SS Dolphin. So, this is the last part you have to collect anyways. You cannot beat the game. Or, you can't have any other part, I should say, be the final part you collect. It has to be this one, since you need 29 chip parts to even unlock this area. But yeah, that's really it for the Emperor Bulblax. You can fight this guy differently if you're playing the GameCube version by taking advantage of the fact that yellow Pikmin will drop their bomb rocks when you whistle them like this. The more bomb rocks he eats in a single bite, the longer he will stay stunned, so you can use that to your advantage to one-cycle him. You will have to be really good at C-stick throwing to do that, though. But yeah, when I previously did this, the yellows did not want to throw their bomb rocks into his mouth. I think you just have to throw them really close to him before he starts eating, and the yellow Pikmin will actually stay on him then. If you throw them a bit too far away, they aren't going to do anything, and will just sit there and essentially be suicide bombers. So you do need to be careful about that. I have finally recovered every ship part. Now I can return home to Hocotate. And we'll get this fun music, and the ending sequence can commence. I don't know if there's going to be any more text, I can't remember. There probably is a little bit more, though. No, that's it. Alright. So yeah, I'll let the ending play out from here for a bit, and just be quiet. Alright, so there we go. We have done it. This is the end of the main story. All 30 parts have been obtained in about 12 days. As you can see, we only lost 30 Pikmin throughout the entire game. A little bit better than in my first run through where I lost 39 altogether. Yeah, that is it for that. And then we have our full list of 30 ship parts. If you didn't collect them all, the ones you didn't collect will be blurred out here, or not blurred out, but grayed out, I guess I should say. Whether you get the bad ending, the neutral ending, I'll call it, or you get this true ending. As you can see in the bottom right, the 5 blue parts, those are going to be your 5 optional parts, which is the Nova Blaster from the Force of Hope, next to the Bomb Rocks, the Space Float from the Bread Bug in the Forest Navel, the Massage Machine that was next to that Bull Bear in the Distant Spring, the UV lamp on top of the high ledge in Distant Spring, and then the secret safe from Emperor Bullblacks. Then you can save your game and save your new records that you've obtained with that, and then the credits will roll. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the main story of Pikmin 1. It's pretty short. Your first entire playthrough will be capped at about 6.5 hours if you use up all 30 days. This was done in 12. It is definitely not how fast a lot of people are going to be beating the game on their first playthrough. I believe mine was about 25, 26 days to collect all 30 parts, and I probably lost 500 or 600 Pikmin along the way. It was a lot. I've played this game several times. That's why I kind of had everything planned out. Surprisingly enough, I had actually played this game about a week before the Switch version came out. I was just like, yep, I'm gonna play the GameCube version again, and then a week later, this version comes out, and I figured I would just restart the walkthrough I had made on this game. I didn't finish it before, but I figured I would just redo it with this new Switch version, since this is the version a lot of people are probably going to play now, and there's going to be a lot of new players to the series with these new releases on the Switch. And definitely Pikmin 4 when that comes out. As of me recording this, the demo just came out yesterday, and it's pretty fun so far. I'm probably not going to talk too much about the demo. We'll get there when we get there. I'm not really going to say too much about it right now. For now, I'm mainly going to focus on these releases of Pikmin 1 here. But yeah, this game is, like I said, it's pretty short. I think a lot of fun is to be had by replaying it though, and just trying to get your days down. I will probably be personally trying to do a deathless playthrough of this game soon, because I have never actually done it. And I would also like to see how low I can get the day count to. I think I could maybe beat this game in about 9 days if I really tried. I don't think I'll ever be good enough to do 6. But I would say this is a decently fast pace still. for a walkthrough, I didn't want to go too slow or too fast. But I feel like this had a decent balance, and there was still even a couple moments throughout when, you know, there was a little bit of downtime, and I was just kind of gathering Pikmin or hunting for nectar. But yeah, after the credits finish here, we're gonna get this montage of enemies throughout the game that we encountered. Some of these were redone from the GameCube and Wii versions, specifically the Gulix, which we'll get to in a bit. And this is pretty much how you will see, I think all of the enemies in the game are here. I can't remember any that aren't. We'll see when we get there. So there are a few enemies that I did not actually encounter throughout the main game. This is where I will say I will be putting up a bonus extra video. This is actually not going to be the last video on Pikmin 1, not Pikmin 4. I will put up some challenge mode videos, as well as an extra video showing a couple glitches and a couple things I did not show in the main game because there just wasn't really a good time to fit them in, or in the case of the Wogpole, I just completely forgot they existed because they're so insignificant to actually playing through the game. The challenge mode for this game isn't too crazy, but I did say I wanted to cover everything that is in the game, and the challenge mode means everything, so there will be one video on each challenge mode stage just to show them. I'm not going to be going for the highest possible score or anything. I probably never will do that. I don't think that this game's challenge mode is interesting enough for that, but I will show each level and just show how they change it. Here's the Gulix. He's actually fought in the impact site this time. In the original game, this clip was actually gonna fight against Gulix in the Force Naval, which I just think is really interesting and neat. The Honey Wisp is another thing that I'll have in the bonus video. I've actually already made quite a bit of the bonus video. It's gonna be a lot of different clips compiled together of just different things throughout the game that I didn't get around to. Yeah, that is pretty much going to be the plans for the rest of Pikmin 1. There might be 2 or 3 days before I start putting out the rest of the Pikmin 1 videos. I haven't made too many of them yet, and I'll be a little short on time to do that over the weekend. So I'll probably do it, I'll put them out next week, probably in the middle of the week, and we'll see where we go from there. I am working on something, but it's probably going to take a little bit. I don't know if it'll start immediately after I finish everything here, but I am working on it. I'm sure quite a few people can guess what that is, but it'll start when it starts. I'm not going to promise when it will, though. There's the Puff Stool as well. I believe I called it the Puff Shroom in the actual episode where I fought that. That was a bit of a blunder on my part, I guess. But yeah, the good old sheer grub. Yeah, that's really all I've got to say. I hope everyone enjoyed watching this, that enjoyed it. Anyone that maybe found it helpful, or maybe it helped you get into Pikmin, I'm really happy that you like Pikmin now, I hope. More Pikmin fans is always a good thing, because it doesn't feel like there's tons, but I hope that these new releases bring more people to be fans of the series. They are great games after all. Yeah, that's really all I've got to say altogether, but I think this is almost done anyways. Once we get to the Spotty Bulborb, I don't think there's too many enemies left. Maybe the Dwarf Bulbear, if it hasn't already shown that. Looping Stitchbug, yeah. I can't think of too much else, but oh well. Good old Water Dumples, though. Water Dumples are honestly one of the more annoying enemies in this game to me. I always end up losing a few Pikmin to them. I would say if you're trying to do a Deathless run, these guys are a bit more annoying than most enemies. Ah, there's the Walpole. Yeah, they'll be in the bonus video for only a few minutes, or not minutes, seconds. That's gonna be like a 30-second clip, probably. Oh, yeah, I never did address this. So for some reason, they changed the name of Wollywogs to Wollyhops in this game. You will never, ever catch me saying Wollyhops. I refuse to change how they're called. They've been called Wollywogs for 20 years. It's dumb to change the name now, but, you know, they're technically called Wollyhops now. But yeah, that is the end. Like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. I had a lot of fun making it, and I will see you guys for the extra stuff, the side content. Bye-bye.